Hello. Good night, everyone. Welcome to Theodicy Podcast with your girl, Word Justice. Yes, we are back in the building on this Saturday night, and I definitely wanted to drop in to hang out with you guys and have some conversation, y'all, because it's a lot of things that's been going on. It's a story that actually caught my attention that I wanted to bring to you all's attention, and a few updates. Yeah, but we gonna kick it on this Saturday night. So, like I said, welcome to Theodicy Podcast with your girl Word Justice. Please take the time out if you're coming in to hit the up like button, subscribe, and notification bell. So every time that I go live, you guys will be notified. All right, I'm gonna play a tune for you guys before we start. I'm gonna let a few people come into the building. Y'all already know, so sit tight. I've been busy just keeping my mind on love, on peace. I'm finished that job that I started. On God, on me. I'm giving my heart, my life alone. Couldn't survive from wrong. Now I'm back in my bed. Big step in my jelly. Bust down, sky blue. My time don't better. Who run it? Who ran? The longest I want it, I own it. You dance, you money, be honest, you better, you with, you love, you know I got the plan and the mode, it's what up. Bad on me, why not? Don't act like I never left on top. And now it's time to give you more, back in the door. You gon' get to bed on me, why not? You know I can't wait. I cannot come and get them up. You know my people ain't for that. I'm right where I need to be. On time. Hey, you want it, you want it, you want it, you want it. Be on, 100, 100. You want it, you want it, you want it, you want it. Be on, 100, 100. Should protection. I'm on the TV, I saw on Netflix. You want a demon and I was selective. Look, all of my section, this is my city, I'm giving a brush. And then my shooters is getting rushed. Run it, 800, they bugging. They niggas come and say something. None of my bitch gon' play dumb. I say, nigga, I'ma break something. Most of these niggas been waiting on it. I had to watch it on my day one. Oh, caught body, before we cry. All this stuff can give me tired. See they facing, then he fly. Walker, over to New York, and then day come and try to goof off. I don't need why not. All night, I love, don't talk. Now it's time to give you more, back in the door. You gon' get to bed on me, why not? No, I can't wait. I cannot come and lift them up. You know my people ain't for that. I'm right where I need to be. On time. You want it, you want it, you want it, you want it. Be on, 100, 100. You want it, you want it, you want it, you want it. Be on, 100, 100. Yes, guys, welcome again. Like I said, back to Theodicy Podcast, and it's me, your girl, Word Justice, and like I said, I wanted to come and hang out with you guys and, give you a little story that I came upon that kind of, you know, intrigued me to even come on to want to speak about it. Um, like I said, when you're coming into the building, please hit the subscribe button, notification bell, the up like button. So every time that I go live, you will definitely be notified. So I know you guys see in my thumbnail a picture of a Caucasian little girl and two African American people, a husband and a wife. Um, a husband of a Food Network star pleads guilty in the beating death of a 3-year-old. The husband of a Food Network star has pled guilty to his role in the abuse death of the couple's 3-year-old foster daughter, as his wife awaits trial next month on related charges. Ariel Robertson, 30, of Simpsonville, South Carolina, a winner on the competition show Worst Cooks in America, and her husband, Jerry Austin Robinson, 35, both were charged in January of 2021 in the death of the girl Victoria Rose Smith. Jerry Robertson faces a minimum of 10 to 20 years in prison after pleading guilty Thursday in a Greensville courtroom to homicide by child abuse, aiding and abetting report. Greenville County Senior Deputy Coroner Kent Dill previously told people that Victoria Rose died as a result of multiple blunt force injuries. The girl was found unresponsive at the couple's Simpsonville home around 2:25 p.m. on January 14, 2021, and died later at Greenville Memorial Hospital. Jerry Robinson testified during a hearing Thursday that he walked in to find his wife holding a belt and that she allegedly beat the girl because she was frustrated with her, reports. By the time I walked inside, it was as if nothing was going on, he said, according to the Greenville News. He added that he saw the bruising as his daughter was crying. I told her, "You went too far this time and I should have stopped it," he said. During the hearing, Jerry said the girl had thrown up on herself the previous night on her way to church, angering her mother. Ariel's frustration grew the next morning when Ariel allegedly claimed the girl did not eat her pancakes fast enough, he said. After that, he said Ariel gave the girl a whooping that he could hear from outside of the home. Jerry later placed the 911 call that summoned first responders. Assistant Solicitor Christy Sukakovich summarized that summarized that call in court, saying Jerry reported, "We have an emergency. Our daughter is unresponsive. She drank a lot of water. We tried to do CPR to get it out," according to the Greensville News. A hearing in the couple's formal process to adopt the foster child was scheduled for January 19, 5 days after the girl's death. The newspaper reports Ariel has pled not guilty to the charge of homicide by abuse. She is scheduled to go on trial May 9th. Ariel was named the winner of the season 20 on the August 2nd of 2020 finale of the Food Network cooking show, receiving the $25,000 grand prize and a Food Network cooking set. The following couples arrest the network removed the entire 20th season of the longtime culinary competition from the cable service VOD offering, as well as from Discover Plus, Hulu, and YouTube, according to a deadline. I'm gonna tell you guys straight up. If you suspect child abuse, call the Child National Child Abuse Help Hotline. It is 1-800 for a child or 1-800-422-4453. Call. You see something that's not, you know, going on appropriate with a child, or a child is being mistreated and you can visibly see that, you make that call. That can be saving that child's life. Now, a lot of people go into the point of it being two African American parents who chose to adopt this Caucasian 3-year-old girl, and now she ends up dead. For me personally, it's a child. I don't care what color. She could have been pink. She could have been purple. I don't even care. It was the whole point of these parents. You call yourself parents. They're not even her biological parents, but you took in care to be parents to a child, and your job was to protect that child and allow that child to be able to flourish beautifully, not torture that child, abuse that child, beat all kinds of stuff to the child because you may be in your feelings, because you had a bad day, you can't control your anger. Then if that was the situation at hand, she should have took that child back to the agency and said, "You know what, I cannot be in care of this child," versus beating the child to the point where now this 3-year-old baby is dead. When I
was reading up on it, I was just like, my mind was boggled because I'm like, listen, first of all, you was making a difference. You know what I'm saying? You ended up on a Food Network channel. You end up becoming, um, the winner of it. See, things seem to be going, pretty good. But obviously, you had other internal issues. That's all I could think about. Because you beating a baby because the child is not eating the pancakes fast enough, or because the child threw up, your job is to figure out what is going on with that child and give that child the best assistance possible, not turn around and beat the baby down. I mean, for me, it was so uncalled for and undeserving. And my biggest issue is a lot of times when it comes down to these foster care agencies, is like, do you guys really take the time to do the background on the mental health of the people that you're choosing to give these children to? By the end of the day, there's so many children that are ending up dead within CPS care because I don't think that CPS or the workers are so overworked that they're unable to follow up and do a diligent job into making sure that that child remains safe and is going into a safe place after being taken away and already being in a traumatizing situation. For me, it brought me back to a story years and years ago. It was about this girl. Her name was Nixa Mary. Nixa Mary, parents had a case against them. They also had a caseworker that was supposed to be doing visits to check up on the little girl, and make sure everything was going accordingly with the little girl. It seemed like the caseworker had so much stuff that she was putting in that she was going to see the girl and the girl was doing good. And she was basically putting in false reports. To then come to find out that this young lady, not, I'm sorry, child, wasn't a young lady, excuse me. This child was found dead, beaten, sexually abused, all of it. You name it, that everything that you could think about that can be so disgusting and vile to be done to a child was done to that child. And if you guys can go back and look into the story yourself, like I said, the young lady's name, the child's name was Nixa Mary. I keep calling her young lady. She would have been a young lady, but yes, like I said, her name was Nixa Mary, and it was such a botherance because it was like, okay, what was going on to the point where these caseworkers are being overloaded to where they cannot diligently be able to do their job the proper way to be able, like I said, for these kids to be put into a safe home with people that will care for them and make sure that they remain safe, especially after being taken away. And that's already a traumatic situation for a child overall. So, I mean, I hope they rot. I hope they definitely do rot. I don't think that they should see a day of light. I really think they should spend the rest of their lives in their rotting. I hope they last until 100 and better and see so many things um, surpass them while they're behind the wall because this baby could never come back. You understand? This baby is dead. You took this baby's life, and in the process, I'm assuming you thought your life wouldn't have been taken. And it kind of blew my mind too, because I was like, why would you call her husband? Calls 911 and you're talking about she drunk so much water and now she's not breathing and you did CPR and all these storylines, like if when they show up to come now get the baby and the baby is dead and they perform an autopsy on a baby, obviously they're going to know exactly what happened to that baby. And so for you to even have that notion that you would have still continued to lie when you picked up that phone, you should have said, listen, I walked into the home, and before even walking to the home, upon me arriving, I was hearing my daughter screaming and crying from all the way outside. When I got in, it was still the same thing. I explained she went too far, and now my daughter is not breathing. And this all took place at the hands of the mother. Instead, you were somewhat aiding and abetting because you called and you wasn't honest about the situation. And now, like I said, an innocent life is gone, and they both deserve to be in jail. They definitely both deserve to be locked up and don't deserve to see another day of life. They really, really don't. Because for me, it's hurtful. And there's so many kids, like I said, that are being neglected, that are dying in foster homes. And a lot of times we think that, foster homes are the safest place. When a child is being removed and put into somebody else's care, it's supposed to be like that's the safest thing because the child was in an unfit situation. So we're moving the child from an unfit situation or an unsafe situation to supposedly a better situation, when in reality it's a crock of shit because that child ends up dead. So give me one moment, guys. Give me one moment, guys. I'm so sorry about that. But yeah, it was just something that was like it was such a botherance for me because it's been more than one story that I've heard that children has been taken out the custody of their parents for whatever reason, and they end up dead once taken out the custody um of their parent. And I honestly feel like CPS needs to be investigated. Welcome, Genuine Artistry. Welcome. Thank you for pulling up on me. I appreciate you so much for pulling up. You already know. Um, But let me just try to do this real quick. Um, I'm going to try to do this, guys. Let's see. I am going to, I believe it's Control V. Let's see if I could pull it up in here. Uh, mm. Yes, but anyhow, for me personally, that's something that really, really, it really bothered me. And you guys can take the time out to go and see about the story yourself. Like I said, it had to do with the Food Network star who won the 20th season of The Worst Cook Ever, and her husband are currently facing murder charges of the death of a 3-year old, which was their foster daughter. And my main reason to even wanting to speak on this story per se is to bring awareness to what's happening to our children. Also to bring somewhat of awareness that, hopefully somebody takes a chance and listens that, listen, CPS needs to be investigated because it's a lot of things that CPS may be involved in, and it really isn't the safety of our children. And honestly, that's just my opinion. That's my opinion to what I have witnessed on multiple occasions when it comes down to you hearing about a child being removed and put into a foster home and then ends up dead. Or even many of children put into a foster home and are sexually abused. It's sad. Like I told you guys, check out that story about Nick Samari. That it would happen years and years ago and actually took place in the Bronx. But that story was also a very devastating, heartbreaking story. And I believe at that time she was only 8 years old, but she suffered sexual abuse by the hands of mother and father. And on top of it, they had a caseworker that was supposed to be making sure that she came in and checked on Nix and Mary and made sure everything was good and trafficked. Exactly, Genuine Artistry and trafficked. Um, it'd be so much different things that you realize, and the innocence of children are being snatched every single day. And then you can't help but to wonder, you know, damn, it could be my child. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times we only tend to think about ourselves like, oh shit, that don't mean nothing, or I don't care about it because it didn't hit my home. And we shouldn't wait for things to hit our home to have awareness about it or even have a level of empathy. And that's for me, I have a lot of empathy because as a mother, I always think about, oh yeah, Earth. That's why I said yes, Earth. I already figured you was genuine artistry. I definitely did. I did send you the link. It's the same link that I had sent you from before. So if you want, you can hop on if you want. But I know it's late and you probably got things to do. I ain't gonna stay on too long anyhow. But I definitely just wanted to come on to bring that news to light. Especially basically my point of the matter is dealing with, like you said, genuine artistry, the trafficking that goes on and it's under CPS, you know what I'm saying? And the countless of children that have died, you know, and we have to think about the unborn children that's coming into this world and so much things that they already have set up that's not going to be in the best care and the best safety of our children. And I promote safety all the way. Like I said, I'm a mother. I think about my children every day. When they have to step out and go to school, I think about them every day. My last child is a little girl. She's 4 months, and I think about her in the sense of her having to grow up in this cruel world and then have to face so many different obstacles and then so many demonic people out here. You never know who's looking at your child a certain type of way or sexualizing your kids, whether it be a boy or a girl. And so it's so many things, or following your child, I'm saying, to kidnap your child, to then take your child to travel all over, to have your child as a sex slave and all types of shit. And it's disheartening that this is the world that we're living in, where we're not even trying to protect our children. Like I said, it don't gotta be your children, but just have enough empathy, period, point blank. Yes, gratitude for addressing this. Thank you so much, genuine artistry. Yeah, I mean, for me personally, Earth, when I came across the story, it was something that was like really, really, really triggering, because it was just like, damn, you mean to tell me this child probably went through something traumatizing for her to be even removed out of the care of her parents, to then go in to the care of foster care, to then be put into a home with people who ends up abusing her and killing her. And like I said, it's not the first. It's really not the first situations. There's multiple situations, and a lot of times it's not being spoken about. It's not being, in no formal way, being spoken about or put out there. And for me, I think that that's something that I felt necessary for me to come on and definitely touch bases with you guys on. Just keep your ears open, keep your eyes open. If you see something, say something, especially when it's regarding a child. It doesn't have to be your child for you to reach out that helping hand. Like I said, it has a hotline that you can call if you see something, or a child being abused or anything inappropriate dealing with children. Reach out, make that phone call. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying make the phone call to CPS. No, make the phone call to the proper authorities, so things could move the way it needs to move in order to try to keep our children and our little ones safe. When you look at them, they're so innocent. They don't know nothing. They didn't ask to be here. They didn't ask to be born into what we consider to be sin, but they're here. And they are the purest form. And they do not deserve to be damaged, like I said, abused in no form or way. Have empathy. Have empathy, my people. Have empathy. Like I said, you see something, say something. A lot of times we see something and we turn the other cheek. You should not turn the other cheek when a child is being harmed at all. Period. I don't give a fuck if it's your brother, your sister, your cousin, your uncle, your husband. If you see a child being abused, I don't care who it is, you need to contact the proper authorities so they end up where they need to be, because they don't need to be in the streets to do that to nobody else's child. So I really, really, for me, I think that they should be locked up under the jail. They shouldn't see a light of day. Um, for you to do what you did to that baby and beat her so gruesomely, it's disgusting. It's beyond me. And other updates, though, guys, on a lighter note, as you guys know, Love and Marriage Huntsville, it is on and popping. There's been so much different things that's been going on. It's been heating up for the season. I'm trying to figure out if Marcel will be exposed, but supposedly Marcel and Martel and I believe, who else am I missing? Marcel, Martel, and Maurice. I believe that they're supposed to be going to some type of guy strip, high Puerto Rican, peace Puerto Rican. They're supposed to be going on some type of guys trip to go to Atlanta, whatever, to promote Martel's wine. But I'm trying to figure out if things are gonna get crazy. I really, really, I gotta watch, and I'll keep you guys updated when I do watch. I'll come back and do a review for you guys. But yeah, they were supposed to be going on a little guys trip. Previous before it seemed like Martel is trying to get back into business with Marceau and Letitia, because before the situation with him cheating and doing all that he did on his wife Melody, they all were in business with each other, Letitia and Marcel and Martel and Melody, and they had a company which was what you consider to be a retail and also contracting company. And that shit kind of went to shits. But they was basically both holders of the company or whatnot. And it seems like Martel is trying to find his way back. And then it got other shit because it got crazy with obviously Melody and her whole situation and her new beef that she got going on with Destiny. Like I said, you guys, I will definitely keep you guys posted as I dig deep, but it has definitely heated up for Love and Marriage Huntsville. They are on fire, I promise you. Um, I have other things that I also wanted to discuss with you guys that, you heard about the DJ K Slay situation with him passing away, and I want to RIP him, you know what I'm saying, because that was definitely a great loss. We also, for those of you that did not get the update about the woman in the duffel bag, Puerto Rican 360 was giving us the breakdown on the woman that was found in a duffel bag, and um pretty much she was having an affair, and the guy that she was having an affair with decided he was going to come and take her life, and she leaves behind two boys and a husband. um Yep. So those were the things that we discussed previously. And like I said, you can go back and review the other videos. We also got into some great bills after that through the video. So if you stay through the whole video, trust and believe me, you won't regret it because it's definitely jewels that's there. And like I tell anybody, take what you need. If you don't need anything, then you ain't got to take anything. But if you do, take what you need and use it to your advantage. It's been other stuff that's been going on. I'm from Jamaica, Queens. Um, well, let me say this better. I am originally from Harlem, but however, I reside in Jamaica, Queens, and been residing in Jamaica, Queens for many, many years. And I like to pretty much touch bases on a lot of things that's going on within my area and also other boroughs. So I'm consistently, if any news come up that I think that will be interesting for others to know or to bring awareness to, I definitely jump on and try to bring that news to you guys as best as I could. I also know that, of course, the internet is very big. So I know we got people from Brooklyn, Bronx, Queens, all over. So I do talk about all the boroughs. I don't just specifically talk about Jamaica, Queens and what's happening in Jamaica, Queens. I talk about what's going on in every borough. And I'll be talking about things that's happening internationally also. And feel free that if you guys want me to have a particular, hot topic on something, if you put it inside the comments, I will definitely read my comments and I will definitely do a live based on what you guys might be interested in. or what you guys may want to talk about topic wise. Um, like I said, I appreciate you guys that come on in and support me, Genuine Artistry, Puerto Rican 360. Any of those who may be in the bushes, I appreciate you guys also. Um, when you come in, please take the time to, if you like the video, to hit the up like button and notification bell and subscribe so that every time that I go live, you guys will know. And also, you guys will be assisting me with, just the process of growing my channel, Theodesty Podcast, because I'm doing this from the ground up and this is my baby. And I'm truly in belief in what I'm doing. And I'm pure when it comes down to the things that I want to report on and what I want to talk about. Welcome, the First Lady presenting Auntie's House NYC. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for pulling up on me. Um, I was just giving them a briefing, the First Lady, on what took place in the news with the 3-year-old that was put in foster care and that was murdered. And I was just pretty much coming on to bring awareness about keeping our babies safe. And, if you see a child being abused or anything that seems inappropriate dealing with a child, reach out to the proper authorities so the situation can be handled appropriately. And whoever is doing anything inappropriate, sexual abuse, physical abuse, can be where they need to be, which is under the jail. Like I was saying before, First Lady, it's a lot of things that happen as far as, children being taken out the care of their parents for whatever circumstances. The parent may be put out there as unfit, and their child ends up in foster care into a foster home with other people. And then, next thing you know, that child is being physically abused, sexually abused, trafficked, as Genuine Artistry said. Or ends up dead. And that for me, that's a big, big, big problem. You know what I'm saying? That's something that, like I said, CPS needs to be investigated because I think a lot of times the caseworkers are overworked. Um, and I feel like bringing awareness to what's going on is very important because every single day our babies are out here um being vile. When I tell you they're being vile when they decide to do the shit that they do to these babies. And these, like I said, they're innocent, they're pure, they're the purest form because they didn't ask to be here. So it was very important for me to just reach out and definitely talk about this topic and touch base um on this topic per se. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm sorry guys. I'm over here reading my phone and I'm on too. Um Oh, I didn't even know that, the First Lady. Genuine Artistry is the earth. Oh yes, where you at though? I don't see you in the thing, First Lady. I don't see you in my thing for me to add you to the stream. I sent the thing to you. I sent the link. All you got to do is tap on the link and then you should be able to come in. But yeah, guys, I'm hoping that the First Lady presents in Auntie's House NYC, that is AKA my mom, and I definitely want you guys to go check her out because, like I said, she will be on YouTube. She'll be right here on YouTube, guys. Um, and like I'm saying to you guys, you won't regret it. The First Lady presents Auntie's House NYC is something that I think a lot of young people would definitely be attracted to and love. She's one of the realest people that you definitely will ever come across. And you'll realize that when you enter her room. Because when you enter her room, is basically you're entering her home. And her door never, never locks. Okay? So, like, for real, for real. So check the First Lady presents Auntie's House NYC. She is going to be here. She's here on YouTube already, but she'll be here where you guys will be able to have a virtual conversation with her very, very soon. So take the time out. Go subscribe to the First Lady Presents Auntie's House NYC so that, you know what I'm saying, you get that notification when she go live for that first time. And when I tell you she has good content, very good content, things that you're going to all want to be interested in. And guess what? She's the best person because she deals with people in every age bracket, okay, in every age bracket. So please stay tuned for the First Lady Presents Auntie's House NYC. I also want you guys to also remember to put in my comment box if you're interested in any original beats or t-shirts. Puerto Rican 360 Skull Crusher Productions does the original beats and the t-shirts. If you have a picture and you want it to come to life on a shirt, Puerto Rican 360 does that. And Ultimate Cane Man does original beats. For any of you guys that are going to be interested, you can leave it in the comments and I will definitely get back to you guys and I will let them know also. So you guys already know. I want you to also go check out Savage Royalty. She is news that you guys can use. She's on YouTube right now. So go check her out. Go subscribe to her channel. I promise you guys, if you like me, you definitely gonna like her. She's definitely my type of people. Go check out Martyr the Smarter, Smarter the Martyr, Martyr the Smarter. Y'all already know Martyr the Smarter, Smarter the Martyr. She is on Bigo, Marta. She's on Bigo. Go check her out. You know what I'm saying? Go follow her on Bigo. And she definitely gives you things that you can use to build your social media platform the way it needs to be. And you know what I'm saying, give you those different stepping stones that we may not be aware of to allow our channel as entrepreneurs to come alive. And she does a lot and she breaks it down in detail and she's very, very good. So go check out Marta Smarter on Bigo. I want you guys to also check out the First Lady Presents Auntie's House on Bigo Thursday night, ladies' night. And I'm telling you guys won't regret it. It's a blast. Thursday nights on Bigo, ladies' night. I'm telling you, you will feel like you in the club in your home because when the First Lady Presents Auntie's House NYC is doing that Bigo ladies' night, y'all, it be turned up. So y'all go check her out over there also. And like I said, please don't forget to check out Savage Royalty, royalty without the Y. She does news that you could use on YouTube, and she also does news that you could use on Bigo. So you can go follow her in both places. For anybody that's going to come and hit the up like button, notification bell, subscribe, and listen to my video, please take the time out to follow one of us. If you're following one, then you're following all. And please remember, Puerto Rican 360 and Ultimate K-Man, Puerto Rican 360. If you want a shirt and you want a picture to go to your shirt and you want that shirt to come alive, she's the one that can do it. You leave a comment in my box, I will definitely tell her and she will get it popping. Ultimate K-Man, he does all original beats. So also make sure to leave a comment in my comment box also. You can also catch them on IG at Skull Crusher 7 for the beats if you are interested. So remember, you can catch them on IG at Skull Crusher 7. I'm sorry, underscore 7 for those beats if you're interested. And like I said, if you're following one, you're following all. And every last one of us is entrepreneurs and we're very positive people and we're always trying to bring light into what seems to be so dark. This is your girl Word Justice. You already know I'm about to be coming back with some other stuff also. So stay tuned. This is the Odyssey Podcast. You already know with your girl Word Justice in the building. And I want you guys to take the time out to love on yourselves and have a beautiful Saturday and take the time out to support me by just subscribing and hitting the up like button and notification bell. And everybody that's here right now that's supporting me, I appreciate you guys so very much. You guys know I love you guys so very much for you coming out to support me and my baby Theodicy podcast. You guys already know. I appreciate each and every one of you guys that take the time out to believe in my dream. So, with further ado, I would like you guys to have a blessed rest of your Saturday night. You know, don't party too much, guys. Don't party too much. Don't do too much, But most of all, enjoy it. And um yeah, I'll be back. I'll be back with some more information. And like I told you guys before, go check out the stories that I'm talking about. Go get your own insight on the topics that we have been discussing. You know what I'm saying? Because not for nothing, I think the more that we put out certain things that need to be talked about on platforms like this is more, it's more chances that we can make change. Just think about it. It's more chances we can make change if we put out what we need to bring awareness to our people when we are given platforms such as this. And even though it may seem like nobody is listening, all you need is one ear. You don't need 10, 20, 30 ears. All you need is one ear because that one ear will multiply. Like I said, y'all, I am enjoying this Saturday night. It's your girl Word Justice, the Odyssey podcast. You already know. Subscribe, hit the up like button and notification bell. So every time I go live, you guys will definitely be notified. I'm gonna leave you guys off with, my song that I started off with. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you guys so much again. Genuine Artistry, the First Lady presents Auntie's House, Puerto Rican 360. I appreciate you. I'm so sorry. Before I go anywhere, I am tripping. Millennial Queens, because that's where I started. Millennial Queens, Mimi, you already know. I need you to go subscribe to Millennial Queens. All right, please go subscribe. We got stuff over there. We do shorts. We're going to have other topics coming up and all of that. But like I said, come support Millennial Queens. The First Lady presents Auntie's House NYC. Bigo, Ladies Night, Thursday night. All right, Puerto Rican 360. IG at Skull Crusher _7 for them original beats and for the shirts. Y'all already know. Genuine Artistry. Please go subscribe to Genuine Artistry, y'all. You already know. She also got intel that you definitely could use. Intel that ain't nobody else got. Okay? Go check out Savage Royalty without the Y. Bigo, and on YouTube for news you can use. Martyr the Smarter on Bigo for social media news that you need. You understand? For financial information, for organization. Go check out Martyr the Smarter. You already know, y'all. We are in the building. And Millennial Queens, like I said again. I appreciate you guys so much. And we're going to take it to the top. We're going to take it to the top. The Odyssey podcast, y'all. All my section, my city, I'm giving a crush, and then my shooters is getting rushed. Who won it? They on it, they bug it, then they come and stay stuck. None of my bitches gon' play dumb. I say, nigga, I'ma break some. Most of these niggas ain't waiting on it. I had to watch shit on my day one. Call the body, before we quiet. All that stuff can give me tight. See they facing day and Walker, over to New York and they come and try to goof off. I don't need one nuts. Act like I never left on top. You tell me I'm gonna give you more. Back in the door. You want it to bet on me. Why not? You know I can't bring anything up. I cannot come and lift them up. You know my people ain't for that. I'm right where I need to be. All time. You want, the Odyssey podcast, y'all. Your girl Word Justice. Peace. Y'all already know.